We are glowing cause the weather is glowing. Yes, it's glowing. Yes, it's glowing. All the colors are outside to play. Yes, they're playing. Yes, they're playing. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're seeing me for the first time, hello, my name is Furo. Yeah, I'm so excited because this is my best season when the weather is warm. All the colors are outside to play. You can dress the way you want to, especially for a Nigerian living here in the UK. This is the best season for us. Although it's really hot, but I still prefer it than the extreme cold. So it's the best season, so why not jazz up some bright colors, do some makeup, and come sit down here to talk to you guys. So at this point, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe, okay, and turn on your notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a video. So for all of you who do not like my mic, the complaints are getting too much, I decided to give you guys a break. Some of you even came to my inbox to tell me, oh, for real, mic is distracting. That's not a promise that I'm not going to bring you back, but for now, the mic is not working with my new camera. That's why I disconnected it. So you guys can enjoy my videos without a mic until I can figure out what to do. Alright? So without further ado, let's get into the video. Hi guys. So in this video, we're just going to talk about a serious question that someone sent me in my Instagram. So I've gotten a couple of this kind of question in my Instagram, and I just felt I should do a full video telling you what I think and what the situation of things is like here in the UK, so that you make that decisions yourself. And one of the questions I like to ask for this question is, if it's your husband, will he also pay this kind of sacrifice? Do you want to know what this question is all about? Keep watching, okay? So guys, someone in my Instagram sent me this long text. I promised her, so these are all the texts she sent me, and we chatted for a few while, but I didn't have time to talk to her in depth because it was going to take me a long time. And I've gotten a couple of this kind of questions. People send it to me, so I thought, oh, for more than 2-3 persons to send me this kind of questions, it means that there's fewer more people that are in this kind of situation, and I felt I just do a video about it, so probably it's going to help 1 or 2 persons. So before we get into the video, let me read out the question for you guys, and please, when I read out this question, don't forget to also drop your comment and your suggestion in the comment section. So this lady sent me this question. She said, lovely morning to you, my sister. I am a serious addict of your YouTube page. Ah, thank you so much. It feels good when people say they are addict of your page and what you do. It feels so good. Thank you so much, girl. I have all your blogs downloaded on my phone. Wow, vlogs downloaded on my phone. Okay. I commend your effort in trying to assist us by giving us vital information to better our lives. Kudos to you. Kudos to you too. Thank you so much for acknowledging. I really appreciate you. So she went into the question and she said, please, I need your advice. I'm a 40-year-old lady while my husband is 41. We have a 12-year-old son. They have just one child. My husband just lost his job in May this year after having worked in banking industry for 15 years. I'm an MBA holder in financial management, but has been working as a customer service executive for 13 years now on a monthly salary scale of 250. My husband wants us to relocate via study route to UK to start afresh since he does not have a job anymore. I am scared of doing this with him as I don't know what our fate will be over there. I know there's no job security in Nigeria, and as I can't totally depend on my own too. My husband has a termination of appointment letter, which will make it difficult for him to get another job here in Nigeria. Please, I need your advice to make my decision. Thank you. So please guys, I don't know if I read this thing so in a detailed way where you understand, but please, I will also want you to drop your comment while I share what I think about this video. Now, I'm not going to take side. I'm not going to tell you travel or not travel, but I'm going to tell you the whole situation of things you should consider if you're trying to relocate here, things you should know so that you don't get like stumbled and then it feels like, oh, this thing I did not know. These are the kind of things I wish someone had told me I was trying to make this relocation decision, or so I had seen a video like this to watch. So I'm going to tell you things I think, and then you make a decision, because at the end of the day, you are a grown-up person. You're the one that's going to face this whole thing. You're the one that's wearing the shoes, so you are the one that should make the decision. But I will only aid you in this video. Now, one of the things I picked out of this video was that my husband wants to relocate via study routes to start afresh since he does not have a job. Now, I feel at this place where she stated this, it feels like the man is trying to be selfish, like he's considering only himself. So if he had not lost his job, he would have still wanted to stay back in Nigeria. Is it what he's saying, or wherever? So she didn't tell me. Okay, she said Nigeria. Please, okay, it's difficult for him to get another job in Nigeria. So it means they live in Nigeria. They are Nigerians, okay? So if he had gotten another job, so it means he wouldn't have relocated. Is it considering the welfare of the child? Is it considering the wife's job? With what she has said, it means he's not considering all those things. All he's considering is his own financial ability. Since he's not able to find something doing anymore, he feels like everybody should pack up their things and leave. And that is like the base for his decision, his own personal reason. He's not considering other parties of the relationship, which I feel like it is selfish. At the same time, for me, I feel like 250 salary or 250 skill salary is not worth it enough to want to stay back home in Nigeria. So 250 salary is something that you make in, I think, a week or less than a week here. So why not relocate? But at the same time, I would like to give you information of the things that happen here. Now, for number one, for you to relocate here, you have to have tons of money to be able to do your visa, to pay your school fees, to do all these processes, and you come here. So another thing you ask yourself, do I have that kind of money to do these processes, so you don't stress yourself? Are you guys going to sell your properties? Like, are you guys going to sell the things you have? Which, for some of the people who have reached out to me, I'll tell them it's not worth it selling everything you have just to relocate to the UK. Is not an investment where you say, oh, I must get a return. Sometimes you come here and things doesn't work out the way you plan it. I've seen a lot of people who have stayed here for 3 years, 2 years. They either relocate to another country or they relocate back to their home country. So means their investment had just gone. This thing wasn't worth it. It wasn't what they thought it would be. So think about that. Another thing is, I hope your husband is not pressured with social media. That's why he wants to relocate. Is he actually not able to get another job in Nigeria? Because I never knew that social media was pressuring people to relocate until I saw a comment in my comment section where a lady left a comment for me and said she's a citizen of the UK, with the hype of everybody relocating, and she relocated to Canada, and at the end of the day she realized that after spending 2 years in Canada, it wasn't worth it for her, and she went back to her country. So it means that she got pressured from social media. So you have to make sure that your reasons and why you want to relocate are genuine and good and coming from a good intention, not a selfish one, not a self-centered one, but it's coming from a right place, okay? And for me, if 250 is all you earn, then you should relocate, because 250 is something you make in a week here. You will make, I've said it before, you make it in 2 days, 3 days. Then if that is it, then you should relocate. Okay, and I feel like there's more things to do here than, to just stay back in Nigeria for a 250 salary. Another thing I want you to ask yourself is, make sure you're not selling everything you have, because if you come here and things doesn't work out the way you plan it, please make sure you have something back that you can fall back on. Don't sell everything you have and say, oh, let me go to abroad, I'm going to be rich, or things are just going to happen for me. Trust me, everything don't just happen like that. Okay, everything doesn't happen like we all plan it. Sometimes things go, haywire, and then you have to go back to your country, or you have to, go back to some other place, and then you begin to regret. Okay, so life is risk. In total, life is very risky. You have to keep taking risks you have to keep taking risks to progress in adulthood. So this, it can be one of those risks you want to take for you to progress. Okay, you have to also consider, living here, like factors involved in living here. You have to understand that you have to really, really work. So it's not like back home where maybe today you go to work, tomorrow you not go to work. You have to really, really work to be able to keep up with your bills. So is this something you really want to do? Think about that. There's a lot of things to think about before you take that decision. Just taking a decision because someone doesn't have a job and then you want to leave, that's not a reason enough. Here you have to really work 12 hours, 10 hours a day. This is something you want to really do. You take care of your child alone. Nobody's going to help you. You have to clean your house by yourself. You have to cook by yourself. Sometimes you have to make your hair yourself, because you're trying to save costs. So you have to make your hair yourself. You have to do a lot of things yourself. You have to do your schoolwork. So it's really, really busy living here. It's really, really a lot of things to do living here. You have to learn a lot of skills. You have to pay your bills. You have to pay your rent. You have to pay all these payables. Are you mentally and, financially strong to do all these things? Because sometimes when people tell me that they are coming here to work and pay their school fees and pay their this and pay their that, I kind of like feel somehow. So it depends on your lifestyle. If you're someone that is very prudent, you're someone that really manage, you can control yourself. Thank God you guys don't have like so many kids, so it's a lot easier for you guys to manage than when you have 2, 3, 4 kids. Okay, that is it. So you have to think of all these things, that is this something I can do? Is this something I'm ready for? Is this something I'm ready to put in the effort? And then you have to give a space where if things doesn't go as planned, then you have the next strategy, you have the next, what next to do. And after your 1 year masters, in case you're coming with a masters, after your 1 year masters, you get a post-study visa. So because you guys are 3, you spend up to £6,000 to be able to get a post-study visa. Now, is this something you can work and save? If you don't work this amount and save, do you have a family member or someone you can borrow this money from and pay later? Because this is where people begin to get frustration. People begin to call you and say, oh, UK is hard, UK is hard, UK is hard. I think it's from like, trying to pay for visas, trying to pay for bills, and sometimes you don't get jobs. Yeah, there are situations where you might not get jobs. Like if you are a student, probably most of the students work with agencies, and probably your agencies don't have shift, because right now there's tons and tons of students doing these jobs, and so there's a lot of, I think, fewer jobs for a lot of people. So sometimes your agency don't have shift. How are you going to cope in that period? How are you going to cope in that period? So if it's me, I would have said, okay, let him go since he wants to go, while you at least hold your job a bit, and then you guys spend like a year apart and see how it looks or what it looks like. And then you can join if he's comfortable with the scenario he met or the things he met. If he's comfortable with it, then you can leave your job and join him, because it's very risky to leave like the only source of income you have completely and then come here and you begin to struggle. You can't meet up with bills. Maybe you're someone that's not used to working 12 hours, 10 hours, and everything's just like, that's where you see people begin to struggle, people begin to complain. And after the 2 years post study, you can't change into any other visa except you change to a study visa, or you change back to a skilled worker. And let me tell you the truth, YouTubers can come here and come and tell you, oh, you can just get a COS, you can just get a work that has COS. It's not that easy. It's not like it goes round in on the street. I've seen people who get COS, but sometimes your situation can just differ. Okay, so for instance, for me, I've got a couple of jobs who are willing to offer me COS, but I couldn't do those jobs because I have kids and my partner is not here with me, so I couldn't do those jobs. Most of those jobs run on shifts, and in between these shifts I have to take my kids to school, I have to bring them back, and all those shenanigans. And I don't want to go back and start telling an employer, oh, I can't do your job, or I can't come to work at this time because I have to go pick my kids from school, I have to go drop them, or because my nanny is not showing up. Because I have had a lot of times where I pay someone to babysit for me for a period of time, and one morning this person just wakes up and call me and like, I can't meet up, and I have to cancel my shift for that day and just stay back at home with my kids. So imagine if I'm working permanently, I've taken COS from somebody, and this person expects me to come to work every day, at least 3 times a week, and my babysitter just called on me and cancelled. And these babysitters, they are very, very annoying. Like, they won't call you like 2 days or 1 day before the time. They'll call you probably 1 hour to when they're supposed to come and say, oh, something came up, I'm cancelling. And then you calling your employer and telling your employer that, oh, I'm cancelling. Do you know what that's going to be to your work? And probably if that keeps happening, you end up losing that job and therefore losing your status. That's why you find people getting frustrated. That's why you find people telling you that UK is hard and all these things, all that things. So is this something that you can hold together? Because after these 3 years that they are giving you post-study, remember, you can't apply for any other post-study. You cannot apply for any other post-study. So it's either you go back to student visa. So if you are going back to student visa, do you have 15,000 again to pay for that student visa? Then if you're lucky to get COS, you have the time to work for these people that you've gotten COS from. You have the time to work for them. Because if you don't have the time to work for them, probably because of family issues, because of children, they are going to sack you, and at the end of the day you find yourself stranded. Okay, but if you ask me, is it worth it coming here? Is it worth it coming here? 250 is really a very small salary. 250 is something you can make in 3 days or 2 days here. But you still spend it in bill, not like the one you make in Nigeria. You don't spend it, it doesn't stock up on your account, you still spend it. So it's the same thing. You still make this money, you come here and spend it. So at the end of the day, you have to take that decision yourself. You have to weigh all the information I've given out in this video and take that decision yourself and say, oh, should I go and take the risk? If I face it, if it works for me, glory be to God. Which I'm assuring, like 50%, if you come, it's going to work for you somehow. You see how other people are doing it, you figure it out with them. At least when you come here, you know that, oh, you're secured. Not like here it's 100% safe, but it's really secure. You can live a comfortable life. You'll be rest assured that, oh, you'll not go and be asking people, oh, help me for house rent or help me for school fees, because school for kids here are completely free until secondary school. House rent, you can work these mega jobs and pay for your rent. You can be comfortable. I always tell people, except God is on your side, you won't get rich in the UK, but you'll be comfortable. comfortable. You'll be comfortable. If you're somebody that all you're looking for is comfort, all you're looking for is to be able to pay, your basic bills, your rent, wear a nice clothes, a few high street clothes here and there, you want to just make your hair and all those things, you'll be able to afford it, okay? But if you're thinking that when you come here, you come and rich, I don't know about that, because I've stayed here for 1 year, I'm yet to see a rich person. I'm yet to see a rich person. So, like, you can be comfortable. Everybody can buy a car. With your £10 per hour, you can buy a car. You can pay for insurance. You can pay for your rent, The only problem here is that visa thing. The only problem is moving from one visa to the other. If you ask me, the only thing that stresses me living here is the fact that I can't live here, straight and forward. I can't live here, enjoy everything their citizens are enjoying. Like, for instance, I want to go to school, the government is paying for me, giving me student loan. I've met a couple of people who are studying and the government is giving them student loan and they are going to pay back. But for me, because I live here, I have to, because I'm not from here, I have to work hard to pay this. I have to work hard to pay this fees, which is very, very something. And when you are trying to meet deadline and you've not gotten the fee, it's really, really upsetting. Like, your mind will be so, like, I don't know how to explain it. You'll be so sad, like working extremely hard just to make sure that you're able to pay so that you don't get out of your visa. So living here is okay, like you can get everything you want, but my only fear of coming here is the visa and the monies to pay for this visa. So if you can juggle the visas, moving from one visa to the other, just like every other person here is doing, then my sister, it's worth it. You can come, but let one person go first before and see how things are before the other person join them. Open your mind. You can actually be lucky to build a better career with your experience in customer service, because there's tons and tons of customer service job here. So since your husband wants to come and study, the person that's going to study, then you can look for a customer service job with your experience, and then you guys just push life like that. Just pray about it, hope in God, just hand over everything to God. Be open-minded, and at the end of the day, you might be lucky, things might go well for you, okay? So that is all I have for this video. In case you're in this situation to just know that God can help you through. The only challenges you will face here, just like I said before, is hopping from one visa to the other, knowing that you have to pay tons and tons of money. Probably I'll do a video about how much you need to pay as a family for a post-study visa. It's a lot of money. And when you're not able to have this energy to work to pay this money, it can really, really be upsetting. Apart from moving from one visa to the other, I think this is a very sane society to live in. Just the fact that there are jobs for you to pay your bill. I mean, that's just what I'm very, very excited for. I'm very, very excited for that. When you come here, you can pay your bill, you can pay your rent. You don't have to borrow from someone. You don't have to let your guards down just to lick somebody's ass because you need them to help you pay your child's school fees or something. So that is it, and I would like to end this video here. Please, if you have any suggestion or you just what you think about that situation, drop in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video.